Hey everybody, welcome to the shop. Today we are going to continue on with the wrought iron go-mai blade. It's out of the temper and it is ready for final grinding. So let's get to it. So here's what we have so far before final grinding. This is a look at it. You can see all those layers in there. You see that layer 15 and 20. And see all those marks in the wrought iron. It could turn out pretty cool. So we're going to go do some final grinding real quick and yeah, we'll get going. Here it is with the file guide all on there ready to grind the bevels in. Get those plunge lines perfectly straight. Okay, so here it is after final grinding of the bevels. I've got the heel put in there. Next we need to mark out where we want these shoulders for the tang, or for the guard to fit up. So I don't know if you can see. You can see those inclusions right there from the wrought iron. Kind of neat. I guess we'll see how the pattern turns out, but you can see them over here a little bit. So anyway, we'll see how it turns out once we get her all finished ground. And here we are, onto everybody's most favorite thing ever, hand sanding. Okay, so now that we're done with the final grinding, what my plan is to use this little scrap piece of handle material that I've cut off of a different project a while back. And so what I want to do is I think I'm going to cut this block off at the angle that I need it. So you can see my guard is going to be leaning ahead the same as the plunge line. So I've got that marked out on there. I don't think you can probably see the line. It's right there. I've got it marked out at that angle. And so I'm going to cut this off, and then I'm going to cut little slivers. I'm going to cut 2 little slivers of that, and then I'm going to cut 2 little slivers of this, and I'm going to make a segmented handle that's going to go with a piece of this, and then a piece of this, and then another piece of this, and then another piece of this, and then the rest of this for the handle. So that's the plan right now. I've got my saw set up over here, and so I'm ready to cut that off at the angle that I need it. So let's go do that. So I took and glued this piece to a sacrificial piece of wood here, and just it was a little sketchy trying to put it up there and get it cut. So didn't want to lose a finger. Okay, so I got them cleaned up on the grinder. So next I'm going to just bring them over to my surface plate over here and just make sure that they're good and flat and fit together really well. I have 220 grit sandpaper on there. And I don't know if you can see, but it's not sanding all in the same spot. So they are not flat. Close. Okay, so that right there is what we are going for. I wanted to go thicker on the end, and then a thicker little piece here, and then thinner and thinner, and then into the block. So that's what we got right there. Let's go glue it up. Okay, so I've only ever used CA glue when I do my segmented handles. I haven't done a ton of them. But on my episode of Forged in Fire, I did a mortise tang handle where I split that block in half, milled out the tang slot, and then all that held it together was CA glue. So it was super glued together in the final round. So it held up really good. So we're just going to do the same thing right here. There should be no reason at all that this doesn't hold up. So we'll just go ahead and do the next one. I want these burls to match up with what segment, so I need to make sure that I put it on the right way. Again, make sure that burl is lined up the way that it's supposed to be. All right, so we will let that cure while I go fit the guard for the knife. So that's what we have so far. I think that's going to look pretty cool. So I decided I think I'm going to use a piece of the wagon wheel for the guard. So I'm going to get this up here. Chop saw would make way more sense. Get this up here and try to get her cut off. All right, so we have it cut off right there. So now we just need to flatten it out. You can see how it's thicker over here than it is here. And it's kind of got a radius in the bottom side. So we'll get that flattened out and start milling the slot for the guard, or for the tang. Here is the guard stock all ready to get our line scribed on there, get our measurements off of the tang, and go get the slot milled in this. So I will get those measurements and get the line scribed and be ready to go. Here is the guard all milled up, ready to go. Fits fairly close. I plan on doing a textured guard, or a textured surface on the front. So I'll get that filed and fit up there good, and then we'll texture that with a hammer. All right, so let's give this guard a little bit of texture. I like to use the cross peen on my hammer and at an angle like this, and just go ahead and just start putting divots in it. So I don't know. See that? And go this side and do the same thing, same angle. So there is the texture that I kind of like to put on the front of them sometimes. All right, let's see if we can knock this thing on and get it seated. It's got a good fit up. We'll just take care of those gaps right there on the shoulders. Should be easy fix. Looks like a great fit up. No gaps. Looks good. Now we can get the handle fit. Okay, so here's the block all dried up, and it looks like it seated up there really well. There's no gaps in between the layers of stuff anywhere except for right down here on the bottom, but that's going to be all cut out of there anyway, so it's going to be gone. Now it is time to get the knife set up there, get it put on there, and we can mark out where we want the tang, how everything's going to fit up. Get that drawn on there and go drill a tang slot. Now I'm going to use this drill bit here. I don't know what you call them, but they have teeth up there for kind of routering out the holes. So they work really good to connect the holes for the tang slot. Here she is, all fit up. No gaps. Pretty straight. I think we are ready to go etch the blade and glue on the handle. Okay, so here we are. I got my knife all washed up and cleaned up and ready to go get it in some ferric chloride and see, make sure I don't have any fingerprints on it. See if we can get a look at the pattern. There's a real quick etch right there. You can see the ferric chloride has etched the steel. That's looking pretty good. All right, we'll let her set for a little bit. Okay, I think I'm going to stop the etch right there for now, because I didn't think about it too much, but I want to etch the guard as well, and I haven't shaped it yet. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the guard back on here, go down or glue it all together, get it all epoxied in there, and then take it down, shape the handle and the guard and everything, and then come back up and finish the etch after. So I think that's the plan right now. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to dip this in my ferric chloride and hold it right on the line. I know I could probably use some fingernail polish, but we're going to give this a try. See what happens. Right there. I'm just going to sit here and hold it for about 5 minutes. Okay guys, so we got this one all wrapped up. Couldn't be happier with the way that this one turned out. To be honest with you, I really didn't have high expectations for it. I had heard that wrought iron is not, it's just kind of blah. And so I really didn't have high expectations for it. But it turned out way better than I could have imagined. Super happy with it. Love the little spacers up here in the handle. I'm going to probably do that a little more often. Sure adds to it a lot. So anyway, thanks for coming along on this one. It was a lot of fun to do this one. Built this one pretty fast because I really didn't think I was going to like it, but couldn't be happier with it. I absolutely love it. So anyway, thanks for coming along. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you on the next one. God bless.